Juan Johnson Real Talk on social media. I got about 200 videos of me talking like this. I've evolved, but I'm still that same person that'll put you down. And I mean that. If I had to choose between defending myself and somebody else, I'm going to defend myself. But again, this ballot or bullet is real to me because I'm trying to warn the nation or those who will listen that we're in some very dangerous times. And Malcolm's relevant, his message is more relevant now than ever before. But the silence from the civil rights leaders, I'm done with me. They're dead to me. I'll walk over their carcasses, all of them. The CBC, you're dead to me. The betrayal of black leaders, the preachers, not all of them, but enough of them. You're dead to me. Because you sit back and watch people destroy our children, and you have nothing to say. You're dead to me.
Hey, listen, bro. Hey, y'all done woke up the old wolf. This the other wolf here. The ordained was a little more. Listen, you done got to listen as he should be, because here's what's happening. You unassuming, deer in the headlight folks, illegals are being imported here by the thousands. They have no respect for law enforcement. They have no respect for you citizens. They're running up and down in New York City and other places, slapping random citizens, and there's no punishment to be had. You must arm yourselves
immediately. Immediately.
Yes.
And watch this. But you know what? I've thought about this thing, Chef. And I'm looking at, okay, so the country demands loyalty or expect loyalty from the Black Americans, right? They want us to talk about these illegals too, because they are a threat. But at the same time, they are funding them.
Come on.
They are housing them. They are clothing them. They give them cell phones. But at the same time, they demand our loyalty. You can't have it both ways.
Nah.
Because you won't even peel off a little reparations, but you're peeling off millions to folks who are crossing the border who will undermine the country. So I'm beginning to think, do I really want to be loyal to them like that? When I think about it, because whoever's playing this chessboard, right? They betting that we will be loyal because of the migrants are coming.
Correct.
And they won't give us nothing. They won't give us nothing, but they still give them something and still allow them to come in.
Hold on, brother Juan. You don't vote for him. You ain't black, sir.
I'm almost blue.
listen. In the near future, population is going to be minority white, and folks like you going to have to learn to work with the Hispanics. That's what Biden said. You going to have to learn to work with them Hispanics.
Well, this is breaking news.
Yes, sir.
How do you work with people who won't hire you?
Come on.
You can't work with them. They're not hiring us. They're hiring their own.
They are
the
not
legal Latinos are hiring the illegal Latinos. They're isolating the black people. We're getting this thing.
And you know what, brother? And you know what, brother Juan? You ain't lying, because in my industry, I'm a chef.
Right.
Okay. The first thing these people who come here illegal know how to do, they'll go into service industries. That's their thing. And their people will only hire them because they speak a Spanish. Right. They're not even giving you a shot. They're not even looking at you. I've tried it. You listen, the Asians have been doing it for the longest, only hiring their folks in
Right.
them wok pot, them house of chow mein spots. You know
Right.
what I mean? So you think that the Latino that's coming over here,
Not gonna do it.
or the Arab or anybody else, won't hire their people? Listen, you sadly mistaken. It's happening the most in my industry right now because even until before I got to a position, brother Juan, where I tell people what my number is. For the longest, they will say to me, "Can you speak Spanish? What's
Mm,
your nationality? Are you a Are you African American, Black American? If so, you can't work here." They would say that. They would say that. Even if it's an Italian owner, you working, even if it's you working to apply for an Italian restaurant, they
mhm,
will say you can't work here. You not Spanish. I heard black people are lazy.
mhm,
Do
mhm.
you understand? So listen, we are far beyond taking our time to get some understanding of how to move in this country, let alone having a greater appreciation for being the ones who are the progenitors, the builders of this damn country. But now you gotta negotiate. Okay. You don't even have the ability or the luxury to be a second class citizen. You are fifth now.
Well, again, that's even worse. What the hell is a second class citizen? And what is a fifth? Look, either the Constitution is for all of us or it's for none of us.
Come on. Come on.
Okay. Sister Essence Rain says, why should they hire us anyway? It's just black people that don't look out for one another. You want to answer that, Chef?
I'm gonna say this. Um, why should they hire us?
She said,
Be-
why should they hire us anyway? It's just black people that don't look out for one another. That was the
well,
question.
well, here's what I say to that. Um, they should hire us just off a GP because they got here because of us.
Mm,
Okay. Secondly, all right, they're taking 9 times out of 10, they're cooking the stuff that we already know how to cook.
right.
So you do owe us every last bit of it. The fact that you can come here and live the high life, or you can chase the big city of dreams, right? Or you can live in the land of milk and honey is because of us. So you damn right, you better hire us. Okay, because we are blocked out from having the access to grants and loans that you get at low interest rates because we are who we are. You are not here because you have gained or created something so phenomenal. No, you are here because you attribute to a bigger plan against us. So you damn right you better pay to play. God damn it. If you're gonna try to exterminate me, you
Mm,
need to pay me. I listen, money ain't got no color.
facts.
Okay?
Facts.
Money ain't got no color. I am owed every last bit of it, whether I'm gonna get it from an illegal who comes here or I'm gonna get it from a person that's legal. Quote unquote, all of you are immigrants as far as Chef C is concerned. Every
Right.
last lick of you are immigrants. The doggone Kennedys are immigrants, but America calls them the royal family.
I say that.
Let's be clear about something. And the only reason they are quote unquote royal family is because they've been allowed to do illegal business for
Mm,
decades.
mhm,
Their father was a bootlegger. Okay. He was allowed to have his liquor business, just like these illegal immigrants are allowed to have tire shops, allowed to have restaurants without any regulations. People are passing inspections, etc. But nobody's going there and giving them citations for $5,000 here, $10,000 here, which happens to our business collectively across the country. You damn right they better pay me. They better hire me. And you know what? Spanish as a second language. You better teach it. You better teach me something. God
mm,
damn it. And
mm.
teach me how to take the money from out of your community because you damn sure been taking it out of ours. I'm gonna land with that.
Well, Essence said again, why can't we build our own? We don't need them. Malcolm X talk black nationalism. We need nothing from them. We need each other.
Listen, hold on, brother Juan. I don't mean to cut you off, sir.
Go ahead.
Listen, this. Why can't we build our own? We built our own several times. We got over 150 different Black Wall Streets that have been terroristically torn down by these domestic terrorists. Okay,
Facts.
we know how to build. However, again, let me be very clear about something. History has shown that niggas don't like niggas on this Black History Month. We're going to be honest about this today. Niggas have always had a problem with niggas. Who killed Malcolm X? Niggas. Who killed Martin? Niggas. Niggas been killing niggas, and it ain't been no Black excellence in several decades. I'm tired of hearing that shit. I'm tired of hearing people talk about the being the first Black anything. When show me the first Black person that actually gave a real fuck on a main stage level to change the situation for us. Show me a collective of Black people being the first to truly give a crap about our current situation, to lay it all on the line and do something about it consistently. Show me these. While we talking about this, while we got to get our own, Beyonce is ripping people off for their creations, but y'all going around clapping your hands and stuff, talking about, oh, she done rose up to the top of the charts on country. They finally recognize it. The problem is when you say you want to build your own, you still need their validation.
Facts.
That is the problem. I'm going to land with that.
That was my fault. That was a lot. But you are 1,000% right. We have this tendency to sabotage our own. And again, that's why my focus is somewhat on the young ones. Because the old ones have already showed me that they're ready to die, or they're waiting for Messiah to come and save them. Or they have embraced the history of this country and have forsaken their experience. See, I know the history, but we ain't got the same experience now. And that's a big problem. Sacrificing our experience just to be able to say, I'm an American. Come on, man. If you was really American, we would have heard some Malcolm X on the 21st of February. Because you don't get no more American than Malcolm X. I would say he was probably the greatest linguist that I've ever heard, and still hear him.
Right.
I mean, even the broadcast that I shared today, that's 60 years ago, 1964. Clear, persuasive. And you would think he's talking to a people right now. But that was just 60 years ago. The only flip now was he's saying Black nationalism. They don't use that much now. We say what? Black Americans, founders Black Americans, ADOS, indigenous ones. But he's still saying we need to have our own. We got to stop practicing Black group economics, suicide, because that's what we're doing. We don't have no distribution centers.
Right.
We don't have no supply lines.
Right.
Where the stores at? Like I said, during the pandemic, I went to the other nationalities' neighborhoods, and their stores was packed with food, with bread, with toilet paper, with Lysol.
Booming.
I get the pictures. I get the video. And that's what I saw. And that's when it really hit me, the betrayal of Black leadership from the preachers, the businessmen, and the politicians. Not the politicians, because they politics. They tricksters. I don't trust none of them, brother. I will work with them to a degree. But I don't trust them. And that would go for even my fraternities.
Come on. Yeah.
The Soros, The frats. If you know me, this is no secret to you. Go to my Real Talk Juan Johnson. I put them all on blast before. I've been quoted by many of them. Like I tell them, if I can't speak the truth when I find out you out of order, ain't no need me coming on board. Because I'm gonna call you out. You know, that's why I didn't cross those lines, those seas. I didn't make those pledges.
Right.
Because when I see you in error, I'm gonna call you out. And they've been in error for a long time. One of the reasons why we're not where we can be is because they've been the gatekeepers.
Oh, go there. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Come on.
And Malcolm called out the Big Six. He called them the Big Six. Roy Wilkins, King. You know? So we still got some big sixes out here these days. But we need to really, really, if you're listening to me, you need to be serious about becoming armed. You need to be serious about this election cycle coming up that's here. Because our white brethren, it's blood in the water. Okay? It's blood in the water. They are ready to fight one another. You saw that on January 6th.
That's right.
Okay? And you've seen it played out nationwide. You know, there's 75 million strong who ready to go all in.
Let me ask you, Brother Juan, when's the last time you seen a nigga pledge to the Black collective, the Black American collective, and not a Greek? Show me that. I'm seeing niggas pledge to brunches, Sunday brunches, and dress up. You know, playing dress up. These niggas wanna do costume, contests until they go to their damn grave. You got niggas is 66 years old, 70, AARP to the flow, talking about with the hand up in the air. Nigga, what is all of that hollering and playing dress up done for Black America collectively? Not a goddamn thing. You talking about Lil Bro, Lil Sis, making these stupid ass sounds. Niggas need to get. Everybody is lost. A lot of niggas are lost, Brother Juan J. Johnson. We just gonna have to keep it honest like that. You are stepping over carcasses. I'm souffling and I'm sliding. Okay. I don't want to hear about another dried up fish sandwich in my life. If I hear another catfish nugget celebration, if I see another do the wop jigaboo dance in my man, if I see another nigga Casper slide or electric slide, I'm a loser, Brother Juan. See, this is the issue. This is the priorities. They lay out their calendars. Cats got the calendar set. Hey, I'm going to this. You going to be at the gala this week. Hey, you wearing this colors? Niggas is still doing that. They hitting each other up to say, yo, you got that blue thing? I'm going to wear my blue hat today with my white socks. These are the niggas that's out here calling themselves Black leadership. Screaming and all this stupid shit with silk and polyester on all over the place. Dried up wigs, raggedy ankles. Everybody knees is fucked up. Right. Nobody got no cartilage left in their joints, but they want to go ahead and slide all over the place. We have an issue here that in order to get to that quote unquote white boogeyman, we got to get through Negroes first. Facts. We got to get through these slip and slide. I'm the big nigga first. You got to get through them. All right. A lot of cats got dried up. The back of their necks is really greasy. Shiny forehead down to the floor. You understand? And chicks with lazy bangs. This is the problem, and this is what's breaking up the Black American community. The lazy bang and the shitty wig. Okay? So I'm just here to make it make sense, Brother Juan, Because for me, until we move that class of folks out the way, then we can get to the other buffer class, right? Which
Yeah.
are the Latinos, the others that are coming over here getting these giveaways, 5,000 here, right? 7,000 in Chicago a month there, right? 50,000 to start your business in California on the West Coast, 5,000 to put you up in the crib every month. Not working for a thing. New York, you getting a scooter if you want to do a Uber Eats or a Postmates. You got you a scooter to slide all over the place. Where my scooter at?
You get no.
I want my scooter.
You get
You
no.
understand? So this is the situation we're dealing with. We can't even talk reparations. We can't get a goddamn scooter. But I'm gonna pause right there. You got it, brother Juan. You got me going to where I wasn't trying to go here tonight, sir. But you got it. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, we're look here. We're not having this conversation. Where do you hear this conversation in our community taking place? Anywhere. Anywhere on social media. Where? I watch social media. I listen to who's talking. I know who these brother. I know who the agents are.
But brother Juan, you won't hear this conversation because a lot of the Negroes we talk about are aunties and uncles,
Yes.
grandma and grandfather.
Yes.
So they can't talk bad about the family because you ain't gonna be invited to the fucking family reunion if you start talking that talk. You see what I'm saying? Just fuck the cookout. You're not coming to the family reunion. They don't want your special macaroni cheese that everybody look forward to every year. Keep that mac and cheese at home this year. You see what I'm talking about? But anyway, go ahead, brother Juan. I'm trying, man. Go ahead.
No, keep it. Keep that energy. Because we need that energy. I got Let's Talk 2 just popped in. Joe, they must have really had me hidden because I'm seeing folks now. Carissa Span said blacks are no different than whites. They hate on each other and taking each other out. I will agree with that.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Look here, man. What? And Essence says not the knees. She said, "You said knees." She said, "Not the knees, not the knees." But look, there's a scripture that says, "How do you say you love God?" Right? Because all these people claim to love God. They go to church on Sundays faithfully. The most segregated hour in the nation is on Sunday, right? They go to services. They go to their frat meetings faithfully, right? How do you say you love God when you ain't never seen in your life?
Your number one trader is in the pulpit. But go ahead, brother Juan.
But they don't like their own brother who they see every day. See, those are the type of scriptures that keep me focused. Like, how do these people, we elect them, they tell us all these lies when they're running for office, and then what do? They practice benign neglect upon us. They disregard us like we don't even exist. And a lot of us have just gotten used to just being invisible. But I'm not invisible, and I refuse to be anybody invisible man. They are counting and betting on us to be invisible, but not in 2024.
That's right.
Not in 2024. I see brother Q's in. Q, send me your link. I'll bring you in, brother. You can be a part of the conversation.
Yeah, let's run it up. Let's run it up for the Lone Wolf today. I see. Hey, let's run it up for the Lone Wolf. Peace to everybody. Y'all like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. And brother Lone Wolf, I gotta find that Cash App. Hit the brother Lone Wolf's Cash App. Somebody sponsored the brother's program tonight. Matter of fact, let me see what I'm a sponsor tonight. God damn it, shit. I'm gonna show you how you lead. Okay, let me put something
brother
on that.
Q, send me your link. I'm gonna bring Q in and see if he want to come in. Matter of fact, I think I may even have him on my Q. Let's talk. See if let's talk in here. I don't know his. Q. You send me your link. Send me your link. I'll bring you in for the conversation. Yeah, and I just think, man, I love my people, right? And because I'm a part of this nation, and I don't want nothing. Look at it. When they come for one, they're gonna come for all of us. And I'm ready to defend everything around me. Look at your phone. Everything around me, right? Oh, I got you. Got you, Q. Got you. Let me send this thing right now. Yeah, Q, come on board. Give me 1 second.
But I feel you, brother Juan. See, we are in a place where a talk is cheap. Lip service ain't real service, Black America. You niggas done did a lot of talking for too many years. A lot of celebrating and ain't earned shit. This is the issue that we're faced with. Too much celebrating and not enough regulating. Not enough regulating. You understand me? So it's time to get back. See, the truth is, you gotta see. Here's the truth. There was a generation of our people who really believe in putting foot to ass. Really
Facts.
was on that eye for an eye time.
Facts.
And then you got a bunch of niggas who came in here and who were the benefactors of that class that actually fought. See, niggas got lazy, niggas got greedy, niggas got fucking greedy and never really had to fight for some of these inheritances that they got. So we then deal with the generation who believes in getting the property and then selling it off to a whole other ethnicity instead of keeping it in the family. See, or we deal with cats who benefited from money actually going further without them actually having real skills. See, you got to be a damn astronaut now. You got to be a physicist to bring in some real paper. Listen, how many, in order to break even, you got to have at least 4 streams of income right now.
At least.
To break even.
Yeah.
We ain't even talk about getting to the point where you can save. We said break even. And that's and you better hope you already got decent credit. You better go ahead, brother Juan.
No, and that's if you don't really want nothing. Now, that's one thing to live within your means, but that's very minimum because things are going up all the time. I mean, what is your means? But you need, like you said, you need multiple streams these days, or you better have somebody in your life that can help carry some of that weight. But keep going, brother. You're on the road. Go ahead. You there?
I am just here, brother Juan. I am got my little Sunday meal coming in right now, and I just want to talk about these bad knee having people out here, bad knees and messed up hairlines. The messed up hairlines broke up the Black American community. I want y'all to understand something about that. Bad wigs and messed up church hats broke up the Black American community. Okay. People who stop learning how to do the simple things, right? Labor. We got to get back to trades. Black America, trades is where our bread was always buttered. And if it wasn't a real big deal, peace to brother Q. Peace.
What's going on, y'all? What's up, brothers?
Man, listen, we in here getting it right. Brother Juan, I said we got to support. I like the energy he was coming with tonight. This Ballot or the Bullet energy coming with tonight. So I said, let me tap in and get with the brother tonight.
Look, I got some of Malcolm to play. I got some of Malcolm because again, we ain't heard Malcolm enough. And that's the problem. We haven't heard him enough. Go ahead.
Honestly, this speech probably is his greatest speech.
Which one?
The Ballot on the Bullet.
That was good. I was going to play. I got one that says, the message to the grassroots was even better. That was a good one too.
Come on, man. Yes, I'm ready for that.
And the prospects for peace. Oh my God. Those last 3 years, man, when he left the nation, oh my God. Michael was on fire. Matter of fact, let's give him a little something. And but Q, tell the people who you are.
Q, host of Let's.
What happened? I didn't do nothing.
I'm telling you. You can't do this Malcolm X stuff, man.
I
Why you think nobody touched this motherfucker with a 12-foot pole, brother Juan? Nobody touch it. They done zapped him up out of here like he was the Wizard of Oz.
didn't do
Got
nothing
him
to
out of here.
Q, host of Let's Talk too. I'm just a brother, man. Started social media during the time of Michael Brown is when I decided to be a part of the what I could play in the role of it. A lot of people don't know my background, man. I'm straight street dude. Street. I done been through all the bullshit.
So you like Malcolm X? You changed.
Malcolm X was a very interesting man. Malcolm X was I think Malcolm X, his orator skills were he's probably the greatest orator that ever walked the face of the earth.
Yeah.
So basically, with the Mike Brown situation, I decided to get into social media. I got a couple different channels, do different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that everybody has a voice. Everybody has the opportunity to be a part of the solution. I believe in Black first. I believe in clarity. I'm pro-gun. Wasn't pro-gun when I lived in New Jersey, but I'm very pro-gun living in Pennsylvania. And the reason why is because when you're being hunted, you should be able to protect yourself. That's a God-given right.
Talk that talk.
As much as people love to talk about these racist forefathers of this country, these men were smart and they had hindsight in the aspect of having guns, being part and being able to have that right to protect yourself, that human right to protect yourself, and having it in the Constitution was very smart. As much as people try to push back, I believe that everybody should be able to arm themselves no matter who they are.
Watch this, Q. People think that these founders were old heads. The oldest one was Ben Franklin. These jokers was in their 30s.
Who literally, if you ask
35, 38,
if you ask some historians, if it was not for Ben Franklin and his wisdom, they probably wouldn't have won the Revolutionary War, because they brought that Frenchman in to come, and he knew what he was doing because he was a smart, intelligent man.
But the ones who was doing the legislation, the bills, the writers, they were in their mid-30s, family.
Yeah.
Like Malcolm was, like King was, in their mid-30s. We're not talking about no old heads. Okay?
Yeah.
But
so like I said, I started doing this like everybody else. Just really being a part of what I deem is necessary to have our own independent media. I'm a registered independent. I have voted blue, and I voted red. I think that having that type of balance is essential. I think all Black people, whether they realize it or not, Black Americans are conservative by nature.
Facts.
Black Americans are conservative by nature.
Facts.
If you look at us from throughout history, we've only been, I'll say, infiltrated with liberal views because of who we are as a people and what we hold as a people. We are literally, as they say, we can change the power in this country if we do it collectively.
Well, look, before you go, let me get some more, about 35 more seconds of Malcolm. We can come back to you. Get your comment.
Just as it took nationalism to bring about the independence of our brothers and sisters in Africa and Asia, the goal or the objective of the political, social, and economic philosophy of Black nationalism is designed to bring about the complete independence of the Black people in this country by making us become consciously involved in controlling our own community. Once we can control our own communities now, then perhaps we will later be able to control our own country, control our own nation, and govern ourselves, and in some way have control over our own destiny. And in order to bring this about, the Muslim Mosque Incorporated is involved not in trying to spread any religion, but to work with people of all other religions. We will work with our people. We don't care if they're Christian or Jew or Muslim or atheist or agnostic, whatever they are. Our desire is to spread the gospel of black nationalism. We want to evangelize the gospel of black nationalism. And once the gospel of black nationalism is spread among our people, it means that those who are in the Baptist church can remain Baptist, but they take the political, economic, and social philosophy of black nationalism. Or those who are Hebrews, call themselves black Hebrews, they can still practice their religion, but take the social, political, and economic philosophy of black nationalism. And this philosophy in itself will bring about the independent thinking of the black people in this country and eventually lead to the complete physical independence of the black people in this country.
Malcolm, could you hear me, Brother Juan?
I hear you now. Go ahead.
Malcolm, that we know that speech was after he had made his transition.
Right.
And when you listen to Malcolm post his transition, you understand why he had to be killed, why he had to be silenced, because he was teaching people, first of all, black first, have some black unity, have some understanding of who you are. As people used to say years ago, have some knowledge of self, some self-pride, self-determination. And to get through the titles of I'm Muslim, you Christian, I'm poor, you're rich, you from the north, I'm from the south, you from the east, I'm from the west. Once you get to, yo, you just a black man like me, living in America, we need to work together.
Yes.
If he would have been able to galvanize the people, you know, we talking about young men, 39 years old.
Young brothers, man.
They could not succeed with that. It was too many forces, government, too many forces within our own community that did not want them to succeed. And that's sometimes we have to take some ownership as I'm somebody who probably studied Malcolm a lot. I grew up in the area where the alleged killers that killed him came from. I've done extensive shows on Malcolm, and I try to give insight that one thing that people don't understand about our brother, he is today's hero, but during his time, nobody liked him.
Ostracized.
He was Benedict Arnold. We gotta get that through our head. Him and MLK. MLK couldn't even go to other churches, y'all.
Facts.
Like, if we really, really understood that they didn't want these quote unquote troublemakers around, then we'll understand how these complicit coons were able to hide under the mask of celebrating them today. Still, there's still people living that still try to celebrate them and act like everything's all good. And they were their heroes. No, they were you were part of ostracizing these two brothers. So I think that Malcolm, and I see Essence in the chat. I know that's Essence's favorite speech. You know, we've talked about that, me and her, myself. Malcolm is somebody that should be studied. I mean, and it's crazy because he called the liberals out. Respect to Dr. King. I love Dr. King as well. Dr. King didn't call certain people out. And I'm not saying that his message was wrong. His message was right for what he wanted to accomplish. But the reason why Malcolm called the liberals out, because he lived up north. He was around it. See, we have to understand that this country was literally, when it comes to politics, it's divided. Blue states, red states. But it's divided in thought too. So Malcolm said, yo, they the same bird.
And that's why, Brother Q, I've been saying we have shared history, but we ain't got shared experience.
Come on.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Black people have literally forsaken their experience just to say, I'm American.
Come on.
And that's suicidal. Because what you do, you are, forgive my words, you're shitting on our ancestors' struggle. I said earlier, We're living in the words of Dr. John Henry Clark, who said that the people who don't respect their ancestors, their offspring won't respect them.
Mm-hmm. Just think about our youth.
Hold on, Brother Juan. You ain't got no sounds over there. God damn it. You need sounds. You need sounds. There we
I
go.
got some for him.
Give him some damn sounds.
I got some for him. He playing. He out here playing.
I'm going to get some sounds.
There we go. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
But that's what gets, again, brothers, I sit back and I watch and I study and I watch and I study. I really don't say a whole lot because I'm thinking. Because when it's time to make that move, I'm making that move. I'm all in with the move. But I'm seeing the people, again, who, look, you don't sacrifice your experience because you want to identify with your oppressor. Because I ain't forgot in my veins, the memories are still there.
And then, Brother Juan, on a global scale, Malcolm, the black nationalism, it was totally correct. And then our brothers from the diaspora are supposed to teach us, even though some of us know about the tribalism that they go through in Africa. So we understand that in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. So you got to know that law of the land where you're going. But Malcolm, man, to look at him, and we always got our historian, Dr. Short, when you look at, and I'll say it, this is all on me. This is nobody else saying it. When you look at what their family's done after they've been slain, it's really sad, man. And because look, I get it. You lost the patriarch. Your husband, your father, gave the ultimate sacrifice for their people. However, that spirit should be all up in your blood.
Watch this. I've been saying this. I'm going to say this too, that the relationship between the parent and the child, it is not reciprocal. It's not. You would want them to maybe carry that torch. Some will, some won't.
Yeah.
And in spite of what you pour into them, you never know who's in their ear. And yes, what the families have done with the legacies of both Malcolm and Martin. Well, with Malcolm, the daughters, oh my God. Those are girls. So I'm going to get them a break.
And I apologize for even bringing it up because when that's going down a whole different rabbit hole, and you wind up, you by criticizing them, critiquing them with an objective eye, it hurts because now it may seem like you're being critical of that person's legacy.
We are the recipients of, when he was speaking in 64, he said, I'm speaking for the 22 million Negroes. Okay? 22 million Black Americans. I am a product of that 22 million. Okay?
Okay.
Green screen is gone. Let's go for it then. I'm a product of that 22 million, man.
Hey, Chef J.
Yeah.
That ain't cooking with grease.
My thing is, look, and I have an obligation. I just have an obligation, man, to speak for our people.
Yeah.
And I got an obligation to call out the traitors.
And see, you know what, Juan? I think a lot of people believe, now we know that we fighting, we arguing, we advocating, speaking for the liberation of our people,
Right.
to be treated equally, fairly, to quote unquote live the American dream, right? As a whole. And see, this is where people get confused. They think you can live that life or try to live that life from a personal standpoint. But when you talk about the collective, one of the things that we have to realize that even the time that Malcolm, and this is the lessons from Malcolm days to now, they were in the minority. We got more coons than we got people that's sincere, that's fighting for our people. And I don't even like to use the word coon. I don't even like to call people that, because I know what treasonous people should get. And no matter what land you in, no matter what country, treason only has one punishment. So I say that to say, sometimes before we could take a step forward, we have a lot of house cleaning to do. And I know when you see podcasts, you'd be like, oh, why the podcasts always coming down on black brothers and black sisters? Because you have to, as you always say, Brother Juan, it's going to be some carcasses getting stepped over.
Facts.
It's not personal. It's not. So,
Q, drop a sound for
that. I don't know what to say.
Me a sound, goddamn.
I don't know what to say.
Right.
I'm just only thing I can say, man, is that we continue to learn from Brother Malcolm, continue to exalt his name and understand, his legacy and what he was up against. He was up against both of them wings. He was hard on them liberals, even when he said, think about this. He literally said we should never take entertainers and movie stars as our leaders.
Yes, he did.
He said it. Now, we know Baba Dick Gregory became his friend, but Baba Dick Gregory, one thing people don't understand, he left being a comedian to become an activist. So when you think about what Malcolm said, and you think about in context of what he said in the 60s, think about what that beast did. That beast did everything in his power to prop up every single entertaining comedian is considered a leader in the black community in 2024.
So watch this. I made a post. Took me a week before I responded to that Cat Williams post, that Cat Williams Shannon Sharp interview. And I said basically that what I gathered from that whole interview was the national media, this nation, and the international media see us as entertainment. Correct. They tuned in because for the last almost 2 decades, the spokespersons for us has been comedians on the talk shows. Steve
Juan, the craziest thing is look at the likes of Harry Belafonte, Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier, we know wasn't what we could say foundational Black American, or Harry Belafonte, right? Mm-hmm. They were celebrities, but they knew that they were not activists. They would be with the activists. They would fund the activists, but they would come to the grassroots and fund stuff. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, these entertainers, they know what Malcolm said, but they want to speak. They want to be the voice, knowing how easy it is to get taken down when you are a celebrity or they find dirt on you, and then the cancel culture comes in. Instead, we don't know. You could take an entertainer right now and they could be funding a grassroots organization with that brown bag money. We're not talking about the money. We know what us as people, we know what brown bag money made. And they could be funding a grassroots organization with brown bag money, and we never know. But I tell you this, I don't think nobody's doing it. I don't think it's not one known entertainer who is funding grassroots organizations right now. Because you know why? They want the attention and they want the celebrity of being an activist. They've made activism a job.
And that's why I have, I've taken some other routes without disclosing them, because I know that, and I shared with Chef C, I've been doing this thing for a minute. And the support from the Black folks is like you don't get it. You got to actually out here create your own venues and your own streams, because they're not doing it unless you on some old comedian laughing sports thing.
They're not doing it because they don't see nothing tangible in supporting you. They don't see, why would I support him? I don't know him. Can I build my brand up by supporting him? That's how the mindset of the people is.
They support Facebook, and that's owned by Zuckerberg.
Because you know why? People want to be a part of something.
They support Twitter.
They don't want to. They don't want to support. They don't understand that. Okay, I'm gonna support somebody who is grassroots, who has some of the same ideas and vision that I have. Mm-hmm. They may need some financial resources, or they may just need me to come on their podcast and show my face, show my support. And so I put in the chat, we have a problem. We're just like any other group.
Right.
But Black people in America have one problem, major problem.
What's
we
that?
don't know how to work together in mutual cooperation and understanding.
Chef, you want to add to that?
Well, listen. brother Juan, why you got it? You know where I'm gonna go with this. Listen. Niggas don't like niggas. Never have. We gotta understand. History has shown. Who told on Nat Turner? Another nigga. Hey, you know what? Who deleted Malcolm? Another nigga. Who deleted Martin? Another nigga. Michonne was one of the original filmmakers, Black American man. If anybody knows about Michonne, okay? Well, he's a Black American man, film creator. He wanted to sponsor and promote more Black American movies generated by us, depicting us, showing us in the light with which similar to what I'm doing with From the Soil. Right. Okay. And kind of the inspiration with myself and my team at Bloodline Films came from what Michonne was trying to do with Black America. He went to Black Americans and said, listen, I have this for you. Right. Put a little bit in the pot. I already got it started. I already did the work. Come on, get with me. Let's really show our people the way we are truly are as people, instead of letting these folks show us in this degenerate light. And niggas didn't want to support Michonne. If it's not about Casper sliding, electric sliding, whopping, brunching, okay, getting your collard greens,
skinning
and grinning, catfish nuggeting, okay, dry chicken eating, biscuit buttering, honey butter down to the flow. If niggas can't get their cheesecake or their sweet potato pie, right? Nobody cares. Niggas have wanted to be proximity to whiteness forever. Okay? You know, I'm going to hurt some folks when I say this right now. Let's brace yourselves. Who funded Martin Luther King?
Very popular.
Hey, guess what, family? There were a couple writers on the I Have a Dream speech. One of those writers was a Jew. Ladies and gentlemen, the very speech that they bring out every single year, the head writer was a small hat.
I think it's time I start feeling bitchy. I've been too nice, too long. Yep, it's definitely time I get nasty.
Yeah. Go there. Yo, go on with it tonight. Listen.
Go on, be so.
Let's go where we gotta go. You about to have me. You about to have me go there tonight. I'm gonna tell you the greatest preventer to our Black American progression ain't been the boogeyman white boy. It's been niggas.
Doc, hold up. Before you go no deeper, let me tell the folks about Oxford Show, because a lot of folks may not know who you're talking about.
Come on, give it to them. Go where we got to go with this.
Michaud was again born January 2nd, 1884. Passed away March 25th, 1951. Was an American author and film director of the independent producer of more than 44 films. Okay.
Come on. Come with.
Though short-lived, Lincoln Motion Picture Company was the first movie company owned and controlled by Black filmmakers. Michaud is regarded as the first major African-American featured filmmaker, a prominent producer of race films, and has been described as the most successful African-American filmmaker in the first half of the 20th century. Peace be upon Oscar Michaud. Drop that bomb.
Drop that motherfucking bomb. God damn, drop that bomb. And Michonne,
yes,
having a history of success despite the lack of collaboration, collectivism from other Negroes, he still went on to create some phenomenal works.
A man must have a code. Oh, no doubt.
But these stories are the stories that inspire me. Because every time somebody don't give, every time they don't donate, every time they don't support, you make me think a little different. I really become an octopus. I grow me another tentacle. You know, because I already know if this thing's gonna be done, it won't be done with the support of the folks who we've been trying to help. And if it do happen, we do this out of love, man. If I didn't love my folks, I wouldn't do this. Because I ain't got to do this. None of us got to do this. We can be doing whatever we want to do instead of empower, educate, enlighten, and bring Black folks together. We ain't got to do this. You know, especially me. I should be chilling. You know, I've been shooting all day in the rain. You know what I'm saying? Training.
Peace to Sister Star, everybody in the chat. Peace to everybody, man. Hey, Brother Juan, I just want to say this, Brother Q. Let me say this, man. Listen, we're finding out that the real perpetrator, though, is Negroes. Yeah. That's the real, and people won't go there because you gotta love a nigga. Everybody got to love each other. Black folk got to work together. Well, they're all Black folks who keep trying to work together, and it's always a couple niggas or a few niggas here messing it up all the time. Always. You know, brother, this thing is such. We would be so much further. I mean, shit, a lot of us are doomed to repeat because we don't listen to Harriet Tubman. She could have freed a lot of niggas, but they didn't know they was motherfucking slaves.
Facts. The Star said, "Good evening, brothers. Negroes will change when the cost of being off coal becomes too high." I love that right there. Ooh, that.
Come on, Sister Star. She need Brother Q. Sister Star need a bomb for that because niggas will switch.
See, the Black race can't afford you no more.
Come on.
Oh, there used to be a time we'd see somebody like you singing, clowning, yassa bossing, and we wouldn't do anything.
Right.
Folks like that. You were good. Homie kind of nigga. When they needed somebody to mistreat, call a name or two, they paraded you. Reminded them of the good old days.
Nigga. Hey, you know what? Listen, this brings to mind. See, this makes me think of all the Rambo niggas, the Rambo. I die for this. I put my life on the line for this cause. I do everything. But we saw how many of these niggas got squeezed up when the COVID vaccine came through and said, nigga, get this shot or you not putting a roof over your head.
Facts.
All these niggas
Let's say
who would die for the cause.
The medical advice.
Hey, Dr. Fauci had all these niggas sunned up. Dr. Fauci and that administration sunned all of them. Biden came through and said, I've been nice with you niggas. Now my patience is running thin.
You ain't black if you ain't voting for me.
You not black. You understand? You ain't black if you not voting for him. You understand? And listen, they was telling, and cats still couldn't wait to get to the Chitlin line and vote for these folks. They said, listen, I ain't gonna only do something specifically for black folks. No. and then the pale-faced dude came out and said, you are gonna have to learn to work with the Latino. And niggas said, yes, sir, boss. Niggas said,
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Listen, man. Listen, the truth is a lot of niggas who quote unquote die for the cause got bitched up by a little weird geek dude that you would have put your foot on at any time when you was in high school, but that motherfucker sunned you up as an adult and told you to get that shit in your arm and you bitch made then. That's why I can't take niggas serious. You dying for the cause, all right. Get your ass out of here.
You know, the measuring stick I use is, you know, if Malcolm was still living, what side would most of these black folks be on? Because they are all in on the blue train. The blue train. Forget the red train. And when I say blue, they all in on that Democratic train. But if Malcolm was still here, and hold up, you know what? Forget that. Let me do something real quick. Let me keep this thing in perspective. Hold on a second. Watch this.
In fact, I think we'd be fooling ourselves if we had an audience this large and didn't realize that there were some enemies present. This afternoon, we want to talk about the ballot or the bullet. The ballot or the bullet explains itself. But before we get into it, since this is the year of the ballot or the bullet, I would like to clarify some things that refer to me personally concerning my own personal position. I'm still a Muslim. That is, my religion is still Islam. My religion is still Islam. I still credit Mr. Muhammad for what I know and what I am. He's the one who opened my eyes. At present, I'm the minister of the newly founded Muslim Mosque Incorporated, which has its offices in the Teresa Hotel right in the heart of Harlem. That's the Black Belt in New York City. And when we realize that Adam Clayton Powell is a Christian minister, he has the Abyssinia Baptist Church, but at the same time, he's more famous for his political struggling. And Dr. King is a Christian minister from Atlanta, Georgia, or in Atlanta, Georgia, but he's become more famous for being involved in the civil rights struggle. There's another in New York, Reverend Galamison. I don't know if you've heard of him out here. He's a Christian minister from Brooklyn, but has become famous for his fight against the segregated school system in Brooklyn. Reverend Cleave, right here, is a Christian minister here in Detroit. He's the head of the Freedom Now Party. All of these are Christian ministers. All of these are Christian ministers, but they don't come to us as Christian ministers. They come to us as fighters in some other category. I'm a Muslim minister. The same as they are Christian ministers, I'm a Muslim minister. And I don't believe in fighting today in any one front, but on all fronts.
Let me stop right there, brother. Let me see something. Can you hear me? Yeah. I think one of the problems we have right now.
You're a little low, Juan.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think one of the problems is we got too many folks who are afraid to fight. They only.
It's okay to say, and I understand it, I don't want to die for it.
Right.
But it's not okay to say that you don't want to live for it. We've gotten to a point now as Black people where we don't think of the collective. We think about everything is me. We're self-absorbed. Me, how can I prosper? How can I live the American dream when you can't?
Right.
Literally. And this is why we see in the Black community, some of us have prospered financially, more Black millionaires now than ever, which for those of us that believe in the collective, we should be happy for each other. And I am happy for those. However, the way that capitalism is set up and the way that this system is set up, we're not going to get there collectively. That's what our plight has been since the beginning, getting there as a collective union. And you got people that literally be like what Chef G just explained, historically tells us, fuck them niggas. I'm worried about me. And whenever somebody has arisen, it's been people who look like them and part of them who have infiltrated them. So we can continue saying white supremacy, but is that really the problem?
No. Maybe some of it, but not all of it.
It's a symptom, right?
Yeah, it's just a symptom. It's a symptom because this is a speech 60 years ago. 60 years ago. And we're still having the same conversation.
You would have thought that Malcolm Martin and Adam Clayton Powell, even passing away, you would have thought that those ministers and reverends back then and everybody that was part of the movements, you would have thought it would have inspired future generations. It didn't inspire future generations. These type of things have only became folklore, speeches of entertainment instead of instruction.
Well, Brother Q, can we be honest about the cowardice in our community?
Yes.
Can we be honest about that?
Absolutely.
Because listen, man, buck breaking is not on the plantation anymore. It has long been removed. See, in this system, Negroes are still talking about the KKK and thinking about sheets over heads instead of looking at, unfortunately, the police department, your doctors, your teachers, your lawyers, They drop the sheets and put on the suits, right? They drop the sheets and they put on the lab coats. They drop the sheets and they put on a uniform. They drop the sheets and picked up your English literature books and put on some damn glasses. That's what they did. But folks are still talking about the KKK and hoods. Hoods with fucking holes cut up out of it. We got the only time I ever agree with a Jay-Z is when it comes to the way we think collectively, instead of living and moving in the way the past used to operate, instead of moving in the way that things are currently and are going in the future. We don't operate with foresight. We operate with individualism because the resources have been extracted. And then there's no way of getting them back because the main person that they make you go through first to get them back is your own folks. So then that increases that divide from the everyday Black American and the quote unquote millionaire Black American who may want to do something for us, but capitalism doesn't allow him or her to contribute in the way that'll help us collectively. It forces a diabolical separation from your people. It forces that. In order for you to look good, feel good, ride good, somebody else has to be down bad. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be your people, Black America. I'm going to land with that. I like the moment of silence. We don't need a bomb on that. It's just what it is. Sometimes things got to marinate. It got to marinate. And I'm going to tell you, this is what we've seen, because then the first thing people will say is, why don't millionaires put money behind our grassroots efforts? Right? Why aren't these celebrities speaking up on our behalf? Well, in order to have the things that they value, which are monetary, they have to pick up those capitalistic practices. It has to be kind of succubus, leech-like, and in order for them to get where they're going to be. Somebody got to lose, or some people have to lose in order for you to win. And 9 times out of 10, because we have no monetary power. Let's be honest about that. We don't have it collectively. It's going to always be us. And then at the mere fact, see, the crazy thing is people still don't think that we're paying for our own genocide.
We're funding it.
We're funding. Listen, listen, ain't nobody applying for no grants. Ain't nobody going to get a loan from a bank to get us up out the way. No, they said, listen, you see these folks over here? Well, guess what? I need this up out of you. You forgot to give me that $100 from not filing your income tax this past quarter. I need that up out you. And matter of fact, I'm gonna throw some interest on top of it because nigga, you was late. Yeah. But they told you, listen, go to school, get a job, be your own business owner. We're seeing more business owners penalized now than you have ever seen. All types of fucking shit coming down on these LLCs, these 1099s. Cats is getting hit upside their head. So you go from, okay, go to work, get a good job, retire, to, okay, go to work, make sure you got your own business, and then hopefully you got Social Security at the end, because you damn sure ain't gonna have no 401k. You damn sure ain't gonna have no retire. You're not gonna have them CDs because them shits don't even move like that no more. Like, it's a whole, the only one that's moving the way they do things is the system of white degeneracy that we're under. We are still operating in some 1920 type of vibe. Like, what the niggas is crazy, but we operating in the 1920s. We just got new technology. Same mindset though. This shit is sad. Like,
no secrets whatsoever.
None.
we broadcast
crazy.
Every move on social media.
Yeah, talking about, oh, we got to come together, and you know what? How we gonna plan? I'm gonna have this right here, and let's talk about it on their platform.
We still doing fish fry fundraisers.
Still talking about junk in the trunk. All these stupid ass right. Fish fry. Niggas is still serving biscuits with honey and dried up catfish sandwiches to raise money. Niggas is still talking about going to have dinners. Give me a dinner. You got them, you selling them plates? Give me a $5 plate. And you fundraising. Car washes. Ain't nothing wrong with a car wash, but you can't still charge $5 from 20 years ago when the cost of the product is like this is crazy.
I gotta step away for a while, you guys.
I already told you.
I appreciate you guys bringing me on, man. And
give me contact, give me your information.
Best way to get in touch with me is ltalk5600@gmail.com. Like I said, usually I try to schedule shows, but I do a lot of impromptu shows. I got a lot of stuff that I want to do, but haven't been able to do it. I've been meaning to get with Chef C and Juan for some stuff that we need to do for some weekly shows. Hopefully in the near future, we'll be able to collaborate on some weekly stuff. We basically, with Pat Talk, we've been really doing a good job with that for all of our platforms. This week, I got a very interesting show with a friend of mine who is an engineer, and also he's a principal of Science High School in Newark, New Jersey. He is the creator of Afrofuturism, which is they are comic book writers, and they teach our young men and women STEM through comic books. So got him coming on, brother Nasib Gifted. So, I grew up with him. His family's very close to me. So we're going to chop it up on Tuesday. But hopefully be able to see you guys soon, man. We really get this thing off the ground of what we all trying to do and really be able to collaborate on some stuff.
Brother Q, I do appreciate you, man. Nothing but success for you, prosperity, all good things, resources, and unlimited money. That's my prayer for you, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And likewise, Chef C.
Peace, brother Q. Peace.
Take care, man. Good seeing y'all.
Always so. Appreciate you.
Brother Wolf,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I just was inspired by this broadcast, and I say, it's definitely necessary that I tap in with the brother. Again, when it comes to Brother Malcolm X, he isn't given the respect that he's due, as far as I'm concerned. I believe that he was the progenitor of the fruit of Islam.
Yes, he was, and the newspaper.
So, even when you talk, and I was really, cats was them boys, and them fruit boys ain't the ones to be played with. Them is the ones right there.
Islam.
And these kind of environments don't really exist anymore for our collective. And I would hope that we could, whatever time we got left, at least have a small resemblance of something like that for our folks, as far as the self-defense portion, right? The defense portion of it all. We have to take back our communities, but don't do it at the detriment of making sure that your home is taken care of first. You got to take care of home first.
Facts.
Understand? And then all of the other shit that that's going to come. But make sure you take care of who takes care of you. Because I'm gonna tell you, don't be the person that find out niggas ain't shit. Understand? And then hope that it's gonna change. No, do what you gotta do first, and give what you feel like giving, and especially be in a position where you don't need to have it back.
Brother, I've lived long enough to see some of the great ones who gave everything. And when they get older, it wasn't reciprocated. Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark. I know Dr. Amos Wilson, he had an aneurysm, like Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Dr. Khalid Muhammad's birthday was last week. Yeah, Sunrise Day last week, or Sunset, one of them. But I've watched Dr. Welsing, people who really, really poured everything into this struggle piece, and it wasn't reciprocated. They didn't. They literally died like the Kings and the Malcolms with nothing. That's my approach is something totally different. I love my people because I love them. I know they're crazy, But I also know that I got to reimagine how to do this whole nationalist piece. And I got to reimagine how to get this money. And I got to reimagine how to go about bringing us all together. But what I am doing is cutting off these old heads, these boomers, these silent generations, and these the last ones of the great society. Because again, a lot of ours are functioning out of fear. And I mean, I can't do nothing with you if you're fearful. Nothing. You know, Frederick Douglass said it's easier to raise strong children than to try to repair broken men.
Come on.
A lot of men out here just straight broken. They look like they got it, but they broken their spirit. And so you can't get up with them. You can't. You just can't do nothing with them at all. But I'm optimistic, and I think that we're on the right path, and I think that God is putting the right folks around us to make a change. And we're like a time capsule, people. One of those ibuprofens and one of those Tylenols. It don't hit you immediately. It's like a little time release on it. So we may not see those results immediately, but you know what? Before you know it, boom! It doesn't hit them. They won't even see it coming.
Right. Well, Brother Juan, I am going to be getting off myself as well, sir. This is the law. You got a good build here. You got a solid build tonight. But I'm going to be getting off. I got to get up and get with this client tomorrow morning. But sir, this was a phenomenal broadcast. Ballot of the Bullet, Gods and Guns.
Yes.
This was a phenomenal broadcast, and you know, bringing it full circle as it pertains to Brother Malcolm. You know, can't allow it to be alluded that this man, he gave it all. He gave it all. And you know, those kind of sacrifices shouldn't be looked at as something you're entitled to for just because of your damn complexion. All right, he gave. Now, what are you going to give?
Right.
What are you giving? So I want to leave it with that, Brother Juan. Let me give him my platform and everything like that. I want to thank everybody for tapping in. I'm glad my brother Juan invited me to his platform. I am Chef C for On Their Next podcast and From the Soil docu-series. Definitely go ahead and subscribe to me. Check us out. We are doing regular broadcasts on Their Next podcast platform. Pat Talk number 14 will be coming up this Saturday with all the brothers. Hopefully, again, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And it's always a pleasure. Definitely make sure y'all support Brother Lonewolf. Cash App, $ Lone Wolf Firearm, no S. Support this brother and his efforts. And definitely, I also want to highlight for all your firearms training, hit that man's link. He's one of the best in the business. Don't be out there caught slipping. I'll catch everybody on the flip side. Appreciate you, Brother Juan. I'll catch you later, family.
Thank you, Brother Chef C. Thank you. And have a great day again for you also. Blessings, prosperity, resources, and unlimited money. And I mean that. That's what I want.
Most definitely, brother. Same to you, man. I'll catch you on the flip side.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. And family, again, we're back on this program. This is maybe one of my longest programs, but you know what? When you're talking about Malcolm X and you see the disrespect, the not acknowledging his existence, the silence from the media, there was no way in God's green earth that I was not going to talk about Malcolm X. So I don't talk about nobody else outside my mother, my dad, stepdad. Got to put some respect on Malcolm X. And again, family, please, if you haven't gone to YouTube to pull up at least a speech, whether it's a 10-minute speech, a 5-minute speech, pull it up, listen to them. Again, these speeches that I played today, the Ballot versus the Bullet, that's a 60-year-old speech. He spoke this in 1964. This is 2024, family. So again, let's put the respect on Malcolm. If the culture, the white dominant culture won't do it, then we have an obligation. We have an obligation to speak on our heroes. I am very clear when I say that my heroes may not be their heroes, and their heroes ain't my heroes. But I'm not going to be quiet on my heroes, and you shouldn't be quiet on your heroes. Matter of fact, I may do a part 2 to this because, again, the ballot or the bullet, we're in a very dangerous era right now. Like I said before, white folks are ready to fight white folks. Keep it real. And if they fight, then you know them black folks gonna fight black folks. And then maybe nobody's talking about that. It's like the elephant in the room. Don't talk about that. Well, on this program, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have that conversation. Because trust me, I've said on multiple platforms, when this situation goes down, if there is a civil war in America, which I believe it will be, I am willing to walk over the carcasses of a lot of people. A lot of people. It's a hard pill to swallow. But I'm watching my white brother and how he's directed his anger, his frustration towards his brother. And I just happen to be in the middle of this conversation. And they're willing to go to war over this ballot this season and the bullets. So if your pastors and your civil rights leaders and your businessmen and your husbands and your uncles and your nephews and cousins are not talking about this, they're doing you a disservice. Everybody can feel the tension. And most folks are trying to act like it don't exist. The tension is real, family. And I'm the mailman right now. I'm not reading the mail, but I'm dropping off the mail. So I need you to be serious about becoming responsible gun owners, gun users. I need you to go to lwftraining.com. If you can't go to lwftraining.com, go to anybody. Just get you some training. Get you a couple of guns. What? Get you a revolver. Get you a semi-automatic. Get you a shotgun. Get you a rifle. For yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your community, and you may have to defend this country. Okay? So with that said, I'm going to wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. You could be anywhere else but you're here. And I do appreciate you. I need you to like this video or dislike it. And you can subscribe and you can share. But whatever you do, become responsible gun owners, gun users. Whatever you do, put some respect on Malcolm X. Whatever you do, put some respect on our history. Again, like Dr. John Henry Clark said, that are people who don't respect their ancestors, their offspring will not respect them. And we live in the era where the offspring are not respecting you, the elders, because the elders, the living elders, did not put no respect on the ancestors. And Malcolm X is the ancestor. And nobody said nothing about him on the 21st of February. But we're saying something today. So again, go to lwftraining.com. And like I always end this broadcast, look here, family. It is not how much you know. It's how much you care. Okay? I wish you health. I wish you happiness. I wish you love. I wish you success. I wish you prosperity right now. I wish you resources. And I wish you unlimited money. That's my prayer for you. That you get unlimited money. That you get all the resources you need. That you lack nothing for your current and for your future assignment. That's my prayer for you. Okay? And remember, again, like I said, it is not what you know. It's how much you care. With that said, Have a great day, great evening. I'll see you again this week. And God bless you all. Thank you for the new subscribers. I do appreciate you. And for those who's always subscribed, I thank you too. I don't take nothing for granted. You could be anywhere but you're here. But again, I thank you again. Share this video, like it, and I will see you again on another platform. I'll see you again talking about these guns and ballots or just current events. With that said, have a great day. And I am out of here. I'm my family.